NFL football has come to Southern Nevada as we are in the menacing new Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. The atmosphere here, electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Chicago Bears. Two of the bigger disappointments in the first quarter of the season doing battle here as we get this one underway. And the opening kickoff will not be returned as that will be a touchback. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway, past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have taken the early lead.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Gold with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. They go play action. Mayfield. And right away, he lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Play fake. Mayfield. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. He's got a man, complete. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. DK Metcalf 77 yards. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they try the right side here. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 73 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. They'll roll him out right. First down and much more here for Jones. And Jones will hit the deck here, and he is able to pick up the first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And down inside the 15 he goes.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Robert Tonyan, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Mayfield to throw it. It's brought in by Harris. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. second quarter, 14-7 our score. And the defense will spread the field, a dime package here on 3rd and 12. Mayfield now. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. And again, it's Mayfield. Buying time to his left. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And he'll decide to keep this once more. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They run for it with Harris. Good spot on the field to go for it, kind of no man's land as they call it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter's telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow, might be too far for the field goal, so it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally, if you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach, you kind of like this spot because it gives you the decision to go ahead and go for it when you want to anyway.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Mayfield off the play fake. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 31, Jones. Forced out to his left. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. Now Jones. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Off play action. Jones. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the Bears will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Only needing 2 yards on second down. Throwing, Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Mayfield on play action. Catch is made by Metcalf. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Marshall. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. Taken from about the 12. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now here's another carry for Harris, and he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Mayfield. And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack. Wesley Woodyard able to record his 5th sack of the season. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. They'll try and throw for it here. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. And a really unbelievable play there on 4th and long. On the defensive side of the ball, that's the definition of frustrated. You get them to 4th down, and then you allow a chunk play like that in the passing game.
Almost felt as if that play was drawn up in the dirt on the sideline. They pulled that from a game plan that wasn't this game, and they still made it work.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Flush to his right. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. Sebastian Joseph Day able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it will be 4th down. From the gun, Mayfield. Touchdown, Bears! DK Metcalf with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bears draw a bit closer. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Jones. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Foyesade Aluakin coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, There's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
He was brought down by Foyesade Aluakin. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Gonna give this time to the tailback. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Raiders on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Jones. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Looking to throw. Jones. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Bears will get the football back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive. It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. It's caught by Hooper. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. That catch good for only a couple. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
From the 38, Mayfield. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 26. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. And that's now a half dozen interceptions for him over the last 2 games. Because CD, remember, he threw 3 in the last ball game and now 3 more here.
And the way that you present it, partner, I'm not sure what sounds worse, right? Half a dozen over the last 2 games or 3 the last game, 3 this game. Either way, it's way too many. And that's something they'll have to work on, hoping to get through the rest of this game without having to address it again.
82 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. An ideal spot here to get a 1st down and try to run some more clock. And this is 2nd and less than a yard. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And the Bears are right back in this football game. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. Now, this series could very well determine our outcome. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. 2nd and 10. On the give, this is Harris. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be 4th down. And they run with Harris off the option. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. So he needed 1. He ended up getting 3.
And I really like the way he ran that one, too. That's really intelligent running because oftentimes a running back could get too greedy. Try and hit the home run on a play where you just need a few yards. Well done there, making sure he got the first down and not worrying about trying to get a touchdown.
He's going to let it fly. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to have this down deep into Vegas territory. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 3rd and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. They'll try to run with Harris, and he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Najee Harris, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the 4th quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Jones. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Here's Jones. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, It usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Majors used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. They hand this off to Harris. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll run again with Harris.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. And they will take a knee and set up what would be a potential game-winning field goal try. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try and run with Harris. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime, they've just likely won this thing in regulation. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy's still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Jones. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the 4th quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
It will definitely feel like that because when you have a lead in the 4th quarter, all you talk about doing is finishing and closing a game out. But when you flip it over, how about that? Making the comeback and then finishing the game, sealing it on defense, they will feel jubilant in their locker room.
So for the Bears, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they'll return home next week to take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.